Welcome back, Weather Crew. In this update, we are going to be tracking a very large system, aka a very large nor'easter. Other people ain't calling it a nor'easter, but I'm gonna call it for now a nor'easter. It's probably not gonna end up being a nor'easter, but the way the low is gonna be going up the coast and stuff, and the winds, it's gonna look like a nor'easter. So I'll decide that at the tonight's video of what I want to do with that. But for now, we're just gonna call it very large nor'easter. This is once again, I didn't update this. This is that winter storm potential. I still think it's very close to right. What I'm thinking. With the box I drew in red, aka winter storm, where I think the best area for the winter storm is. All right. So we're gonna take a look at AccuWeather. This is their forecast. They do have 2 to 4 inches of rain here from anywhere from North Carolina, just east of Raleigh, Washington, Virginia Beach, New York City, Allentown, Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure Scranton's in there. Albany, Boston, Portland, Rhode Island is under that 2 to 4 inches, but anywhere else with that lighter shading, still 1 to 2 inches. Locally, 3 inches in that lighter shade, but 2 to 4 inches. Whoever's in that storm max could be up to 7 inches of rain. So keep a watch out for flooding. Um, Another thing is going to be the winds. The winds have died down in the interior part northeast than we were expecting last night and a few days ago. Still, we got that 40 to 50 miles an hour in parts of South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Washington, New York, Eastern PA, um, Boston, Banger, anywhere in the black line here is at 40 to 50. I will say, if you want to add another one, 20 to 40 mile an hour wind gust, you can add that a little bit more. Like if you want to add another column, I know AccuWeather doesn't do it, but let's say for 20 to 30 with local max up to 40, you can probably add that into the other black line further out. That's where I'll add that. So everyone's going to see some type of wind. Closer you go to the coast, the stronger the winds are. Still 40 to 50 is quite strong, and where that 2 to 4 inches of rain is in this wind too. So that 40 to 50 anywhere along the East Coast, it's getting 2 to 4 inches of rain, 40 to 50 mile an hour winds in spots, maybe up to 60 to 70 along the coast. So that is going to lead into a lot of power outages. And then the backside of this could turn into a winter storm on the backside. They do have damaging wind event. Um, Boston, Portland, Maine, Bangor, Maine, New York is even in that. Gust over 50, power outages, Monday morning commute impacts. Then this is another thing they added is that winter storm. They actually just update this earlier this morning. You tell that it actually comes down pretty far now than expected. I mean, you could tell for the Lehigh Valley, northern New Jersey, much more than previous thought, where it's going to turn into rain to snow showers up in Canada and Green Bay and Chicago, in this blue where I just draw the X right here. Um, Rain and thunderstorms anywhere in the green, very windy. The low is going to be pretty much riding the East Coast. I'll show you guys that on the models, but that's the AccuWeather's forecast on it. They do have flash flood watches in Eastern PA, winter storm watches in upstate New York. Um, they actually probably added another county in this winter storm watch. I'm very curious if they're going to add winter weather advisories and stuff throughout tonight. This is for 4 to 9 inches, winds gusting high as 35 miles an hour. Um, Let me just go back. Along the East Coast, once again, they really haven't updated much on the alerts, and I was actually kind of surprised, but they might update it later tonight. So now we're going to take a look at the NAM, and start taking a look at the models forecasting on this storm. And 18Z is actually coming out with the HER. So we're going to actually have brand new fresh data because it's still coming out. You can tell right where my cursor is. 18Z 83% done already. So we're going to have actually new HER information on the 18Z model. All right. So now we're going to oh, I don't know what happened there. So this is about 9 hours out. Let me go back. Let me do the math on this. So this is like 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So this is about 1 a.m. tomorrow morning here. There's the rain showers and that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5 a.m. on your Sunday morning. Rain is starting to make its way in Central PA, Western PA, Western New York, upstate New York, the Great Lakes, um, Tennessee, the North Carolina, the Western North Carolina, Western South Carolina, Western Georgia. But you go 6, 7, 8, 9. So we go into 10 a.m. on Sunday. And yes, Eastern PA, you guys will only be dealing with showers in your morning on Sunday. So if you have anything last minute things to do on your Sunday, you do have some time early in the morning on your Sunday, but you could tell that rain making its way closer and closer by that 9 a.m. We go into 10 a.m., 11, and yes, everyone at this point is really starting to see some rain, developing rain. East you go, like in New England, southern New England, northern New England, and then a steady rain for Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and parts of the Great Lakes. 11, 12, 1. So this is 1 p.m. tomorrow, and you could tell here is a little bit of a low developed right there, but we start seeing some of the mountain snow with that cold air catching up. Just watch how this evolves. Still, it looks like it's just gonna be a whole rain event, but if it's enough precip, I do think many areas are going to see a winter storm out of this at the end of it. So we go and we continue to go later into the night, like 9 and stuff. And that snow really starts making itself known. And you go by later that night, Eastern PA, Scranton dealing with that snow, wherever that blue is your line. And that is a lot of snow according to the HER. So it is going to be a winter storm side of this. And I'm very curious how quickly those temperatures are going to drop, but you could tell you going into tomorrow on Monday morning, you got a full blown winter storm across Central PA, Eastern PA is on the line now with that. Very heavy rain, coastal areas, very strong winds. Um, but look at this. You can see snow far south as North Carolina. You got West Virginia, Washington, D.C. And look how this thing really wraps. This, many areas, I think, even in Eastern PA, could really see a few inches out of this. The HER really likes the idea of this turning into snow. And this is 42 hours out. This is now 43. So you could tell, boom. Very strong winds, very long event into this storm. We could probably look at the hours on here. I forgot we can do that, but let's just look at that. This 3 p.m. and there it is. That snow, 2 a.m. on your Sunday morning. And by that 5 a.m. So school in spots could be canceled to delayed if the HER model plays out. You got a 995 low. You got a nor'easter type low bringing in morning snow. I mean, this is a good amount of morning snow to 7 a.m. And I will say it's going to be very, very windy. So let's just look at the wind forecast on this. Your winds are going to be up there too. Trust, it's going to get up there. It's not going to be really windy in the beginning of the event, but when that low really starts rapiding, you can see winds up to 30 knots, so 40, 50 miles an hour. But the winds are a little bit less than previous thought. I will say that. Let's look at that. Yeah, you can tell with that wind. So anywhere along the coast, you're going to be seeing the strongest winds. But that back end where we see that snow, the winds will start picking up in the 30s, 40s. So you might have some whiteout conditions towards the end of this system. So keep an eye out for that. All right. Let me put that up there. All right. 91% done. There's like 44 hours out. You can tell the winds only get stronger and that snow continues. So that back end snow is going to be a very windy back end snow. And there's our low moving into Rhode Island and Connecticut. That's the latest her model on this. And it's agreeing with the Euro and NAM. And look at the potential snowfall out of this. Many areas, even North Carolina, Tennessee, seeing a few inches. Everybody sees at least 1 to 3 inches. Even Eastern PA, maybe up to 1 to 2 inches of snow. New Jersey seeing about 1 to 2 inches. Northern Pennsylvania seeing 6 to 8 inches. Upstate New York seeing 6 to 10 inches. Western Mass seeing a few inches in the mountains. Western Connecticut maybe a coating to an inch. So the her really likes the idea of, yes, this is gonna impact pretty good. And you tell with that snow, even Connecticut, New Jersey sees that. And we'll see if New York gets in this. I don't personally think so. But you can tell, that back end, you're looking at temperatures in the 32 degrees. It will quickly drop. And all that water with the snow, it's going to freeze up. So could be a very messy Monday for your beginning of the week. All right. We look at the wrap model. This is another model, and it's agreeing just like the her. This is the latest run. You can tell that rain, heavy rain, and then that back end snow, just like the her. So we have to stay on the watch. Maybe not as much. Actually, yeah, a little bit more into New Jersey, like up to 1 to 3 inches. But look, very similar with the her model, and that's a very big thing I will say is to watch out. The NAM model is just getting started, but we'll look at the 12Z for now. There's the NAM once again. Just like the her, it will transfer into snow. How quickly will all depend on the temperatures. Past years and past experience with this warm changing the cold, precip trying to catch up with the cold. Most of the time, it overdid itself, and a lot more people saw snow than expected. So I wouldn't even rule out that the rain switches to snow even quicker. That is not would not surprise me. I think this is a little overdone on the NAM. I don't think you're gonna see up to 10 inches in North Carolina and stuff, but I do think some snow is going to happen. Maybe a few inches, but once again, very possible. Just like the her model, that back end snow, and even on here has a burst of snow into New York, even near the coastal areas. So this is going to be a very interesting topic later on with the latest data we see. This is the European model. This is the 12Z coming out. So we're gonna discuss a bit on the 12Z because the year has been consistent. So let's see how consistent it stayed overnight through the 0Z and now 12Z. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. There it is, that heavy rain switching to snow. Exactly what I was expecting. So all the models do see a big winter side to this now than expected. And you can tell even the Europeans saying 1 to 3 inches across many areas, coatings along the coast potentially, 2 to 3 inches in eastern PA, upstate PA, and New York, up to 6 to 10 inches. So the models, what I'm seeing, is becoming in agreement of how much snow, how much rain we're gonna see, and when is the changing gonna happen. Once again, we look at the latest 12Z GFS, another model, likes the idea of that mountain North Carolina snow. Very large nor'easter, strong winds. Um, Even the Canadian model, we can look at that. Likes the idea of very similar idea. So all the models are starting to come in agreement, saying, yes, this is gonna plan out like the her was thinking. Why does the AccuWeather put that 7 inches? And that's because of the icon. The icon likes the idea of to maybe 4 to 6 inches of rain. The Canadian likes a bit less. The GFS likes a bit less in spots. Um, Euro. Let me look at that. Hmm. Euro 2 to 3 inches, some spots 4 or 5 inches, just with the Euro too. So everything is starting to come in agreement. I would say, at least what I'm seeing today, things are coming in agreement with this system, and we have to wait and see. All right. Any other? Let's just look at the NAM, because I'm not gonna wait on the NAM model because I'm probably going to show it in tonight's video, really. But there's the NAM already getting started. Comparing the 12Z, 18Z, nothing really. It's no really difference. That's pretty much all I have for you guys. This was a quicker update on this storm. We will have a video posted tonight in much more detail. That one up to maybe 30 minutes or so. That will be late though, so just check that out whenever you can. But there is the latest update, and thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. Bye, Weather Crew.